The homecoming. They say time has a way of softening edges, turning heartbreak into memory, and memory into something quieter. But not all stories fade. Some wait to be continued under the same sky they began. Arrival at the coastal town. A train curves along the coastline as the sun sets. The town appears through a light fog, quiet, unchanged. Train doors open. A young woman steps off, suitcase in hand. Her name is Elena Rivera. Her eyes scan the familiar town. Elena to herself, quietly.
Still the same, even after all these years.
Elena Rivera hadn't seen the town of Mira Vista in 7 years. Not since she left with dreams bigger than the horizon and a heart too bruised to look back. Elena walking through town. Elena walks past the old bookstore, a closed down cafe, and the town fountain. Locals glance her way, some with recognition, others with curiosity. Elena's soft smile.
You held up better than I thought.
Grandmother's house. Elena arrives at a quaint coastal home, white shutters, vines on the porch. She unlocks the door. Dust floats in the sunlight. Elena looking around.
Hi, Grandma. I'm home.
Her grandmother's passing had brought her back, but it was something else that made her stay longer than planned. A longing she couldn't name. Not yet. Nightfall, Hilltop Observatory. The camera pans up the hill where the old observatory stands against a starry sky. Elena, sitting alone on a wooden bench, eyes gazing upward. Elena softly.
I wonder if you still come here.
Underneath the starry sky, Elena took her first breath of home again. What she didn't know was that someone else was watching the same stars and remembering her. Starlit encounters. Some things change with time, others remain stubborn, suspended in a single moment. For Leo Calderon, the stars never moved, they only waited. A worn down observatory, dusty telescope, shelves of astronomy books, and charts pinned to walls. Leo cleans the lens of a telescope with care. His eyes are tired but focused. A notebook beside him is filled with star charts and sketches of a girl. Leo to himself.
Orion's low tonight, like it was that night.
He stops, looks out the observatory window, then closes the notebook. He hadn't spoken her name in years, but her memory still echoed in the quiet places. Like a constellation he could never unsee. Elena on the hill. Elena climbs the hill alone, bundled in a light sweater. She gazes at the stars, unaware that someone else is nearby. Leo steps outside the observatory just as she approaches. Their eyes meet. Silence. Elena softly, almost startled.
Leo.
Leo calm, cautious.
Elena.
Pause. Wind brushes past. They both glance at the sky. Elena.
Didn't expect to see you up here.
Leo.
Didn't expect you back in town.
Elena gentle smile.
I guess we're both surprising each other tonight.
Sitting on the bench. They sit side by side on a weathered wooden bench. A comfortable distance remains between them. The stars shimmer above. Elena.
It's still beautiful. The sky.
Leo.
Hasn't changed. Only the people looking at it.
Elena turns to him. He keeps his gaze on the stars. Elena.
I'm sorry, Leo, for how I left, for not saying goodbye.
Leo after a pause.
You didn't need to. I already knew
Elena.
Knew what?
Leo.
that you weren't coming back.
Words drifted between them like distant planets, each circling their own grief. And yet, something unspoken passed in the quiet. A beginning, perhaps, or a second chance. Letters in the attic. The past has a way of waiting for us, tucked away in dusty boxes and forgotten corners. But some memories never collect us. They live, breathing in the silence, waiting to be found again. Elena's grandmother's house attic, a quiet afternoon. Sunlight filters through attic windows. Dust motes dance in the air. Elena opens the creaky attic door, flashlight in hand. She climbs the narrow stairs. Boxes line the walls. She opens one marked Elena, Art and School. Elena to herself, smiling faintly.
I haven't seen this stuff since I left for college.
She pulls out old sketchbooks, birthday cards, and a bundle of tied letters wrapped in a blue ribbon. Reading the letters, Elena sits cross-legged on an old rug surrounded by childhood keepsakes. She unties the ribbon. Letter headers to Leo, but never sent. Elena reading aloud, younger voice effect.
Dear Leo, tonight the stars looked like they were dancing. I wished you could have seen them with me. I miss you more than I thought I would.
She had written him dozens of letters, each one a quiet plea, a private truth too heavy for a teenage heart to carry aloud. Elena reading another letter, voice trembling. I'm scared, Leo. Scared that leaving means forgetting. But staying feels like I'll never grow. I wish you could tell me what to do. Present moment. Elena wipes her eyes, folding the letters carefully. Elena whispering.
I never stopped writing to you, even when I thought you stopped caring.
Elena gazing out the attic window toward the hill. The sun is setting. A single star appears in the sky. Some words were never meant to be mailed. They were meant to be read beneath the stars, when hearts were ready. A sketch between stars. Sometimes healing begins with a single line, a stroke on paper, a moment of stillness in a noisy heart. For Elena, it began with a pencil and the memory of stars. Morning in the kitchen. Sunlight streams through the windows of Elena's grandmother's kitchen. A cup of coffee sits untouched. Elena stares at a blank sketchpad on the table. Camille off screen, cheerful.
You look like you're about to perform surgery.
Camille entering with a bag of groceries. She grins as she notices the sketchpad. Elena half smiling.
Feels like it. I haven't drawn anything in years.
Camille.
So, you think constellations ask permission before they shine again?
It had been years since Elena let her fingers dance across paper, but her heart still remembered the rhythm, even if her hand had forgotten the courage. Elena drawing outside. Elena sits on the porch with a pencil in hand. Her sketchpad rests on her knees. A breeze plays with the corners. A drawing begins to form, two figures sitting under a starlit sky. The silhouette of an observatory in the background. Elena to herself.
One line at a time, one star at a time.
Montage of drawing progress. Her drawing a telescope. Then Leo's side profile. Then her teenage self beside him. Her eyes welling as she shades in the stars. Charcoal under her fingernails. Camille voice in the background.
You should enter that art fair. They're still accepting submissions until Friday.
Elena shaking her head.
It's not for showing. It's just for remembering.
That night at the hill, Elena walks up to the observatory hill again, this time holding her sketchpad. She finds a quiet spot near a tree and starts to draw the night sky in real time. A field of stars glitters above her. Elena's soft whisper.
Do you still see the same sky, Leo?
Under the sky they once shared, Elena's heart began to sketch a bridge, one that led back to the boy she never truly left, and forward to the woman she was becoming. Old songs, new silence. Some memories come back like thunder. Others return in whispers, inside lyrics, melodies, and the pauses between them. That night, silence said more than any words. Local cafe, Luna's open mic night. A cozy cafe with warm yellow lighting, fairy lights, and a makeshift stage. The place hums with quiet conversations and clinking mugs. Elena walks in with Camille, slightly hesitant. Camille grinning.
Told you this place still had soul.
Elena scanning the crowd.
It hasn't changed a bit.
Leo sits, sipping coffee, alone. Their eyes meet, brief but magnetic. Jude takes the stage. Jude, mid-20s, carefree energy, guitar in hand, steps up to the microphone. Jude into Mike with a chuckle.
Wrote this one a while ago. Didn't know who it was for until I did.
He strums the guitar. The crowd quiets. Elena watches, curious.
She used to draw the sky at night with pencil lines and paper light. I watched her dream with open eyes, but I was just a passerby.
She used to draw the sky at night with pencil lines and paper light. A galaxy spilled from her hands while I just watched and tried to understand. She sketched the moon, she traced the breeze. She saw the world no one else sees. And I stood still, afraid to start, with constellations in my heart. She was the girl who drew the stars, mapped the heavens, healed my scars. But I was just a shadow near, a silent wish she couldn't hear. She soared beyond these midnight bars, the girl who drew the stars. You left like a comet across my sky, burned bright and fast, then said goodbye. But in your wake, the dark turned gold. You were a story never told. I traced our stars, I kept your name, and waited quietly in shame. If you're out there, if you hear, know I've loved you every year. You were the girl who drew the stars and left your light in all my scars. Each sketch, each breath was poetry, but I was background scenery. Still you live in every spark, the girl who drew the stars.
Elena's expression softens, eyes wide. Her breath catches. Leo watches the stage, but occasionally glances at her. During the song, teenage Elena handing Leo a sketch of a constellation. Leo watching her walk away at the train station. Present day, Leo gripping his coffee cup tighter. Elena blinking back tears.
You were the girl who drew the stars, and though you vanished, you're never far. My world still spins in love with you, in orbits only dreamers knew. And if the sky forgets who we are, I'll still love the girl who drew the stars.
Audience claps. The room feels different, warmer, quieter, heavier. Some songs are more than melodies. They're messages, memories wrapped in chords. That night, the silence afterward was not empty, it was full. Outside the cafe, after the show, Elena steps outside into the cool night air. Leo follows a few seconds later. He stops beside her. Elena quietly.
Did you help him write that?
Leo looking up at the stars.
Maybe. It wasn't meant to be heard. Not by you. Not like this.
Elena soft.
But I did.
They stand in silence. A few stars flicker above them. Leo after a beat.
It's strange. I used to think the sky was the only thing that listened.
Elena turning to him.
Then maybe we just weren't ready to hear each other yet.
Between old songs and new silence, they stood under the sky, no longer strangers, but not quite lovers. Not yet. But something had begun to shift. Memories of the past, the strings of time gently hum, echoes of a past long gone, yet every note, each quiet beat, still dances in the rhythm of our feet. The songs we sang, the tunes we knew, paint the skies of memories too, a melody that never fades. In every chord, the past invades. All the memories of the past can be recalled through the music we love and the music we played. In every harmony, a story untold of days gone by, of love so bold. The piano keys whisper your name, each one a spark, each one a flame. Through every sound, we're not apart, for music binds the strings of heart. And when the world feels far away, I find you in the notes we're playing. The music lives, it never strays. It brings us back to brighter days. All the memories of the past can be recalled through the music we love and the music we play. For in the songs, we'll always stay, forever bound in melody's sway.